reacting to the video. Mr. Sorensen smacked my finger.
I did. She probably deserved it.
No, he didn't. That's child abuse. Child abuse.
Now she's smiling.
I'm not smiling.
She says while smiling.
Look how sad she is. Look at that sad face.
All right. Homework out. There are the answers. You should be correcting your homework right now.
I am collecting my homework.
Correcting. Yes, Savannah.
I forgot my plane at home.
That's really unfortunate.
I'm doing that too.
And what else is due today?
Test collection. No.
No, that was yesterday.
Something. Homework.
Homework.
Something. No, homework.
Oh, just kidding. You guys' worksheets. What's due on Friday?
Worksheet.
The worksheet.
Right.
The worksheet.
The worksheets. Perfect.
Packet.
What's happening tomorrow?
Stop. Test.
Quiz. Yes.
What's a quiz?
It's a little one.
All of them are lied to us.
He lied.
Homework?
Tomorrows are the same.
You show very much work.
We're just kidding.
What if I explain it? What if I explain the answer, but I didn't hear me?
Stupid me. Hey, you don't say you need. You
What
ask.
if we need to go? What if we need to go look for some I forgot.
Well, then let me finish checking the homework.
don't.
Where's your agenda?
Here.
Where's your agenda?
It's in my math book. Homework.
Oh.
So is my homework. Who's my quarterback? What? Who's my quarterback? My NFL quarterback.
Oh yeah.
What? The NFL
I
quarterback.
just my signature, huh?
Ever play fantasy
I was trying to
football?
forge my signature afterwards.
I was gonna copy it on another.
See this? Wait. See this?
Or just copy it on another homework.
It's like that. Yes.
This is my mom's signature.
This is my
My mom just scribbles on her signature the same exact way every time she doesn't want to write it.
What?
So she's just like,
Hey guys, make sure you're showing your work.
What's showing work?
Means doing the work that you do in your head on the paper.
Oh, why?
like what if
Because then I can know what you're doing.
no way?
Oh my
Can I just
goodness,
show me?
Just on your
Can you do it?
It's called mental math.
Because everyone else is doing the same thing.
It's like,
Mr. Sorensen.
Yes.
I don't know if I got this right or wrong.
Which one?
Oh, never mind.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, no problem. Glad to help.
You got some of them
I have a very
long
good
ones.
question.
You
Who's
got
a better
some
teacher?
the
No.
24. The 24 one? Yeah. I don't care. I got some of them wrong. Not all of them.
Mr. Sorensen, can you tell me the teacher?
No.
What is that for?
For PE.
You're teaching PE?
Are you guys doing PE at the end of the day?
No.
Oh, okay.
No.
We're
Yeah,
having
you're
someone
PE.
else. We're having this girl.
What are they doing?
What is it? Duck.
Mr. Sorensen,
Like
Yes.
I have a question.
I have an answer. I don't know if you'll like the answer or not, but yes, Zoe.
So what happens like if you got a 5 out of 5 and then you lost your homework?
Well, then if I don't have it on Friday, then you will get a 0 out of 5 for missing.
Well, like I did it already and like you already put a 5 out of 5 and then you like lost it.
But if I don't have it on Friday, it's still missing.
It is?
Yes.
Did you know Zoe's sister first time?
What?
there's
That was
so
like all the time.
there's
Do you
grades
remember
and
my
wrongs
Zoe's
and there's
birthday?
What?
Mr. Sorensen,
Yes.
They make the original.
I got silver.
You got what?
Silver.
Silver.
I found it, guys. Don't worry. Don't need to panic.
That's not silver?
No,
Yeah,
he wrote. He took all the notebook. If you
What is it?
sand it and everything, we'll fix it.
Good.
So does this mean that you guys are all completely done grading your homework?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Yes, ma'am. Here's a picture.
Huh?
Yes, Michelle.
Why am I having it?
Because
Why do I have it now?
it's yours now.
It is? Why is it mine?
Because it's a gift.
Oh, okay.
This is Ella. I approve this message.
Good for you, Ella. It completely changes what I was going to say, so thank you.
rude.
You should be. You voted for this.
You just do.
You approved this message.
I do.
So this is your fault.
No.
I do
So
not.
everyone can thank Ella for the 27 homework problems we have today.
Ella.
Wait, what?
Ella.
I'm kidding, we don't have that many. It's only 23.
Okay, good.
I'm gonna call her like 17 times, and as soon as she answers, I'm gonna hang up.
I'll shut down my tablet.
Zoe just pranked you again. Look at the
Prank.
look at prank.
I voted.
It is a prank.
Prank.
Missing paper. I voted. Give Zoe 20.
Alright, are there any problems you would like me to go over? Please sit down. We're here to learn now. We're starting.
0. I
I'm sorry, we're starting now, so no more talking unless your hand is raised. Yes, Kelly.
Problem 24 and 25.
24 and 25. Anybody else?
Hi.
Hi.
Those are the ones that Callie didn't do.
I tried,
don't
and I didn't understand.
think so.
Gotcha.
Yeah. We are today. Well, actually,
I
let me
know the math, and I just
check.
I
They've been learning like comparing fractions.
Oh.
So using models and comparing the different sizes and getting weird numbers and rounding to halves and zeros and ones. So this is their homework answers. They're correcting them. Yeah. And then we will continue on with the lesson after we go over homework because a lot of them are confused. Okay, thank you. All right, 24 and 25. Any other problems you would like me to go over?
No. 4. There wasn't even 4. I know.
Excuse me, why are we talking?
I raised my hand.
Excuse me. Oh, yes, Pia.
Because you asked us a question.
Correct, so you raise your hand and then you talk. Yes, Brenna?
I raised my hand, but you didn't call me, so I talked.
That doesn't give you permission to talk. Yes, Savannah.
We did raise our hands, so we did talk.
Is that a sweatshirt?
No.
Yes.
Yes.
No.
Yes. No.
Yes, it is.
No.
Yes.
You're allowed to wear sweatshirts in class though, just not coats.
So is
No, it can't work.
If it's not 6, then we can't wear it. If there's not
It is.
Zoe doesn't have a zipper.
Oh,
No, I'm allowed to wear
that's
a sweater.
Yes, that's a sweater that stays on all day.
Sweater.
Hoodies have hoods.
Hoodie. It has a zipper.
So Brenna and Savannah. So Brenna and Savannah.
Yeah.
Hers is a zip up too.
Yeah. Oh, it is? I didn't
Yeah.
know that. Yeah, they didn't.
Yeah, so she's good.
Her hair was in the way, so I can't see it.
Okay, that's what I thought. I was like, no, I thought I was losing my mind. I was like, because if that's the rule, then Savannah, Kelly, and Brenna would have to take off their clothes.
You're welcome.
You didn't sign it.
I just made it.
Oh, did you do that last night?
Yeah. I wear it like that.
Oh,
Nice.
5? Why does it say Adam?
For late.
Oh, I thought you were going to say because I'm a loser.
I would never. All right, Brenna, your spot. Yes, Zoe.
Are we doing section 5 today?
Yes, we are.
Happy guys.
Callie, Ella. Shush. So, 24. Problem 24 says, round each fraction to the right to the nearest half unit. All right, so we are given the fractions 3 out of 30, 7/9, 1/10, 33, 40, 38, 45, 24, 38, 45, 17 40ths, 45. What's up with all the extra noise?
I actually don't know.
Thank you. Let's not do that. 35 over 80. Brenna,
Yes.
knock it off.
What am I doing?
Making loud noises and being annoying.
That was Savannah.
Well, then both you. You know what? If the pens are going to be a distraction, I can just remove them.
They're fine.
Okay, well then.
What if it's airport?
75 out of 80. Alright, so for each of these, okay, we're trying to find the closest number, either 0, 1/2, or 1. Okay, so for 3/30ths, okay, it's as close to 0 than it is to 15 and is closer to 0 than it is to 30, correct? So this will go to 0. Yes, Fia?
Oh, I just wanted to stop here so I can finish writing.
Oh,
Can I do
okay.
the next one?
No, 7/9, okay? What's half of 9? Off the top of your head.
5.
Zoe?
4.5.
4.5. So, is 7 closer to 4.5 or to 9?
9.
What was that?
9.
What?
1.
Savannah?
9.
Yes. So this would go to 1. Okay, and we continue to do this. This top number is close to 0. Therefore, we would round to 0.
Go 10 because you just put a 0 there and it was 10.
Wrong. 38 out of 45. What's half of 45-ish? Savannah? Doesn't have to be exact. About.
Okay, so it's 24.5. No, 22.5.
Bingo, 22.5. So is 38 closer to 45 or 22.5? Zoe?
45.
Correct, so this will go to 1. 17 out of 40. Is this closer to 20 or to 0?
20. Half.
Is this closer to 20 or to 0?
20.
Ella? Yes, half. If you can't tell, I'm really working on the hand raising thing.
It sucks.
Yeah, I know. So, let's work on that. 45, that is closer to 50 than 0, so this is also 1 half. 35 out of 80, this is close to 40, so this is 1 half. Alright, 1 half, 1 half, 1 half, yeah. 5 is close to 0, therefore it will be 0. 75 is closer to 80, so this goes to 1. Bingo, bingo, yeah! 25, okay, this can be any answers that are close to 0, 1 half, and this should be say 1. And 1. So for any 0, you could pretty much do any fraction with a 1 on top. Alright, except for 1 half. That would not work. Okay, so anything that's closer to 0 than 1 half. So I have some up here, 1/7, 1/12, 2/9. For 1 half, anything that's close to 1 half. Okay, if you have 50 and you do 24, that's close to half, so that's half. The ones I did was 3/7, 4/7, 7/12. Alright, they're all close. For 1, it's anything close to the denominator. As long as your numerator is close to your denominator, you will round to 1. Alright, any more questions? Any confusion from the lesson yesterday?
No.
Alright, well then we will move on to section 5.5. Quiz tomorrow. So, section 5.5, it is all about equivalent fractions. Okay, so far we've learned how to see which one's bigger than the other, right? How to compare and contrast them, either using models or by rounding, right? So we had fun little mazes to compare them. Today, it's all about equivalent fractions, which is fractions that are the same.
Equivalent to each other.
Yes, or equal to.
How do you round an equivalent fraction?
I'm sorry, what?
How do you round
Evan?
How do you round an equivalent fraction?
Same way you would round any other fraction.
It always goes to 1 though.
No, because equivalent is just equal to another fraction. So like 1 half equals 2/4. Callie,
Can I have a statement?
what for?
Can I make a note?
For?
Myself.
Yes.
Think about math.
So, vocab words, starting with vocab. Equivalent. Equivalent. I'm trying.
How do you spell that?
Equivalent fraction.
How do you spell that?
EQUIVALENT. Equivalent fraction are fractions that represent the same part of a whole. So fractions that represent the same part of a whole.
Slow down.
It's okay, there's a pause right after this. So, for example, the same part of a whole, alright? If you have 2/3 and if you have 2/3, the same amount would be 4/6, right? So if we drew this out, you have 2 little rectangles. Right? The top one, what?
How big are those little rectangles?
However big you want to make them. The top one is split into 3. The bottom one is split into 6ths. Alright? The top one has 2 of the 3 shaded. And the bottom one has 4 shaded of the 6. So these are represented by 2 different fractions. This top one is 2/3 and this bottom one is 4/6. However, looking at the rectangle, you can see the rectangles. You can see that there's the same part shaded on both ones, even though there's 2 different fractions.
That's what a equivalent fraction is.
I'm sorry, what?
That's what a
Zoe?
That's what an equivalent fraction is?
Yes, it is a fraction that may look different, but it represents the same amount. So, for example, if we use money, okay, 50 cents, it can be represented by 2 quarters, right? So 2 out of 4 quarters. Or it can also be represented as 5 dimes, right? 5 out of 10. Ella.
Ellie.
Sorry.
So if you want to make an equivalent fraction, don't you multiply the denominator and the denominator by the same amount?
Correct. If you want, pretty much whenever you want to make an equivalent fraction, all you have to do is multiply both sides by the same number. That's it. All right. So that leads us into example 1.
No, wait. Can you please stop?
I will slow down. I'll continue to talk.
That's kind of like example.
So example 1, it talks about what number can you multiply by both the numerator and denominator to get a new number, all right? So we'll do a little, yes, Evan?
When you wrote example 1, it looks a lot like example 11. Because you didn't
It kind of does, doesn't it?
one in the top one.
Yeah. So for example 1, we are trying to find out what we multiply 3/4 by to get 9/12. Okay, some of you might be able to already know what it is, but let's hold on. We're going to work through this slowly. So first things first, we have 3/4 and 9/12. Callie, Ella, you okay?
Yeah. I'm just trying to make this working.
Okay, chill. I'm sorry, what was that, Zoe?
I'm not even done coloring the thing.
Well, you're taking too long.
Slow down.
All right, what do we have to do to 3 to get 9? Brenna,
Times it 3 times.
we multiply by 3. Actually, I'm going to make that blue.
Blue.
Make it blue. And what do we have to do to 4 to get to 12? Ella,
Multiply it by 3.
also multiply by 3. So, since we multiplied both the top and the bottom, the numerator and the denominator, by 3, we can then know that 9/12 is the same or an equivalent fraction to 3/4. That's it. Yes, Pia.
If like the top one was 3 and the bottom was 2, it would be the same?
It would if you multiplied them by the same. So if we did 3/2, right? 3/2, and we multiplied both by 3, we would get 9/6, right? And so 9/6 would be an equivalent fraction to 3/2. But if this was 3/2 and this was 9/12, it would no longer be an equivalent fraction. Because 12 divided by 2 gets us what?
Huh?
What is 12 divided by 2? 6, which is not 2. Therefore, 3/2 is not an equivalent fraction to 9/12. What is this? Oh. Okay, so now we have another vocab word called simplest form. I'll tell you here in a second.
Can you slow down, please?
Yeah, can you slow down?
Sure. So, if you are ever doubting how to, if they are equivalent fractions, you can always draw it out, right? So, if we wanted to, we could draw 3/4 and we could draw 9/12. And if they're the same parts are shaded, then it would be an equivalent fraction. So, like this, how there's the same part shaded. All right. So, when in doubt, draw it out. If you really don't know, and maybe you're bad at multiplication or your times table, draw it out. Get you the same answer. Yes, Brenna. I am on page 198. You caught up? Okay. Simplest form. The simplest form is by dividing the numerator and the denominator by their greatest common factor. We know what the greatest common factor is, right?
No.
One.
Yeah, we did it yesterday.
Yeah, we did, didn't we? Ella, what is the greatest common factor?
One.
No.
Oh,
Brenna?
One and itself.
No, that's a prime number. Evan?
It's when you like find all the factors of it, of two or more numbers, and you write down all the like common factors of all the numbers, and then you take the biggest one of the common factors is the greatest common factor.
Dude, bingo on the nose, man.
And then don't you like add both numbers?
So here we go, section 5.3. So the greatest common factor is the biggest factor shared by both numbers. All right, you should have this written in your notebook. Okay. So for example, we did 6 and 9. You found all the factors, as Evan said. You find all the factors. We circle the common ones, right? So they share 1 and 3, and it's the biggest one out of those. So since 1 and 3 are shared, those are the common factors. 3 is the greatest common factor. So simplest form is a fraction. You get the simplest form by dividing both the numerator and the denominator by the greatest common fraction of those two numbers. So by dividing the numerator and denominator, or num and denom, by their greatest common factor. And I'm just going to put GCF.
That's what I put on my homework last night.
Yep.
I also put CF.
You can also see that, whoops, you can also see that whenever I have to write numerator and denominator, I just kind of do num and denom because I'm lazy. Yes, Ella.
You know,
I'm stretching.
Oh, okay. Evan?
yesterday when I was watching the video and you wrote denom, I thought you wrote demon.
I could see that. I could see that.
Bye, there.
So for this one, okay, if we were, I don't know, someone raise their hand and give me a fraction. Fia.
2 over 5.
A bigger fraction.
100 over 3,000. Sure.
Fia?
100 over 3,000.
100 over 3,000. So I'm going to ask you to put this in simplest form, all right? So in order to do that, we need to find the greatest common factor between these two numbers. Okay, so I'm going to start with 100, and 3,000 will be over here. So 100, okay, that's going to be 10 and 10. Okay, I'm going to do the prime factorization tree, because that's the way that works pretty well for me for finding the greatest common factor, especially with numbers like these.
Wait.
10 and 10 can be split into 5 and 2. And is 5 a prime number?
Yep. Yes.
Yes. What about 2?
Yes.
Yes, so we stop right there, because we got the 4 prime numbers. So
I
the
know how to do it with the factor tree. I did it a bunch last night.
you what?
I did that a bunch last night.
I know, that's why I'm doing it. It's good practice. So now I write the prime factorization, which is 2 times 2 times 5 times 5, or 2 squared times 5 squared. Now the factor tree for 3,000.
Wait.
Nope, I'm going to keep moving. 1,000 times 3. 3 is a prime number. So I will circle that. 1,000 can be split into 110. All right, 10 can be split into 5 and 2, which are prime numbers. 100, I'm just going to do this exact same thing over here. 10, 5, 2, 5, 2, all primes. Okay, so the prime factorization for 3,000 is 3 times 2 times 2 times 2 times 5 times 5 times 5, or 2 to the third power times 3 times 5 to the third power. Okay, so now, in order to find the greatest common factor, is we circle all the numbers that are shared between them both. So this one has 2 2s and 2 5s. Do we have 2 2s and 2 5s over here? Yes. So 1. So it shares. Right? You got 2 2s and 2 5s in both. So now I'm going to go 2 times 2 times 5 times 5. 2 times 2 is 4. And 5 times 5 is 25. And 4 times 25 equals 100. So 100. Yes, Evan.
When you make the dots for your times, can you make them a little bigger because my hard to see?
Yes, I can. Is that better?
Yeah.
Okay. So 100 is the greatest common factor. So now in order to find the simplest form, we have to come back up here, divide by 100, and divide by 100. That gives us 1 because 100 divided by 100 is what? 1. And 3,000 divided by 100 gives us, is it 300 or no? 30. Gives us 30. Therefore, our simplest form of 100 over 3,000 is 1/30th. Yes, Fia.
Can you start on homework?
Did I say you can start on your homework? So, no, not yet.
When we can work to learn?
Have I said the lesson's over?
We have to do practice problems.
No, I haven't said the lesson's over. So, it will be over when I say it's over.
The lesson's over though.
No, oh, funny. You're a funny guy. Okay, so check this out.
We can't see.
Right.
Still can't see.
Yes, you can.
Can't see.
I'm actually just checking my work to make sure 3,000 divided by 100.
Yeah, we don't need to see.
30. Okay, we're good. So, that is how you find the simplest form.
We have more.
Huh? Would you like me to work through another one?
No.
Or would you guys like to do practice problems?
Problem.
Okay, I want you guys to do problems. Problems number 4, 6, 12, 16. It's only going to be 5. It's going to be 5 because they're actually pretty quick if you get cracking on them. And there's going to be one more. 36. All right, go. Page 199. If you finish all 5, let me know. I will come check. If you get them all right and you understand it, I will let you work on your homework. I'm sorry, guys. You actually do have like 20 problems for homework.
What?
Because tomorrow's the quiz, so you have the checkpoint homework tonight.
No, we don't need that. Please. I have soccer tonight.
Well, then better do the practice problems quick. For the record, we still have like 18 minutes, so you should be able to crack through them. They're pretty quick. Go, 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 go!
Don't tell me to go quickly. You need to help. Can you wait, Peter?
Are we on 12?
This is what.
Very emotional.
You have a piece of celery? Well, I have a piece of What is it?
There's 11.
Hey, what are quarters made out of?
Like made out of metal-wise?
Like metal.
Oh, it's like a mixture of zinc, nickel, and copper in some cases. They used to be made out of silver.
Where I know.
So check this out.
Yeah, you will.
If you look here, you see the 2 different metals. You see the nickel and the brass.
No.
Yeah, so it's nickel and brass, I think. You see the 2 different lights? How the middle's kind of brown and the side's silver? Because it's cheaper.
I remember more problems how they just we can't see the problem. Yeah. Reading this upside down? I thought you said you couldn't.
read upside down.
I have a question for you guys.
What?
Do you feel like you understand this lesson?
Yes. Not really. Yes.
Okay, keep working.
She drew the whole time. Yes, you did. She lied. Yes, you did. She is lying.
No, she told me the truth. I respect. Which is what I asked. Remember, the quicker you get these practice problems done, the quicker you can get started on your homework.
I at least watch the videos at home.
Remember, people learn in different ways. If Savannah needs to draw and listen and then watch the video at home, that's her way.
Yeah, she drew balloon.
So far, it's been working pretty well for her.
Look at what she drew.
That was not me.
Balloon head products ink. No, okay, that's what she did.
Well, I'm here.
I really was looking.
Alright, so check it out. No, the two factors. Alright, so all you're doing here is basically you're taking this number and dividing by that. And that would give you, right here, how we did the little arrow. That would give you what you divide this fraction by to get this fraction. So what's 20 divided by 5?
Is that 36? Isn't that the simplest form for that?
So it's 8 divided by 2. So you divide this entire fraction by 4 and you get that fraction, right?
I think the simplest form is 50 over 8.
No, just the 20. Because they're equivalent fractions. And it's just actually asking what was the factor of which you divide the 20 by.
You guys have to figure out 36 because I do it every
Does that make more sense?
every day. And you learn that.
No, the answer is 50. Because 8 divided by 2 gives us what?
I got 8 and a half on
And
the
20 divided by 5 also gives us
8 and a half on the 22.
Divide this entire fraction by 4 gives you this.
We also got the best way to
Yep, so what's...
Yeah,
There you go.
I probably got it. I have to figure out a little bit here.
So if you do the arrows, right, you divide by 4. So 36, you are stating whether that fraction is in its simplest form. If it's not, find its simplest form.
No, that's the simplest form.
Uh-huh.
No. Not 36. Just don't get it. That doesn't help. Just reading it out.
Literally what we just did.
Why do I do 36?
Because I
I do it every
you have to find the greatest common
I've
factor.
sat here for a month.
Right. The simplest form is the most simplified form. It's the fraction divided by the
Why do I
greatest
need
common fraction, or number you can
She is just there. Excuse me? You're just there to make head products.
So you need to find the greatest common factors of both of them,
Of course.
of the two numbers,
Well, head products.
right?
Yeah, you want to see your drawing? Balloon head products.
So do you think that's the simplest form?
Balloon head products.
I'm back in head, please. I can make your business come true.
Can you divide both by a number and get a different number?
Give me the pen.
So like if I looked at both of these, could I divide both by 5? So it's not the simplest form. Because if you look
Don't
at
break
3,
my pen.
that's the simplest form.
What
Because I can't divide 5 by 2 and get 4. You can't divide it by
It's Billie Eilish and
So you probably have to do,
I didn't know what else to do.
I don't know, you probably have to do one of these, find the greatest common factors.
You're so emotional. You're not. See if I can get your business computer. Okay. Just make more of those. Okay, got you.
Well,
Yeah, no, Brad. I'm like the 4 LSUs. Got the back up. 35. I know.
yep,
What's
because
the
I'm going to divide by
homework?
8 gives us what?
Okay, what's the homework? And then make some
50
more.
divided by 10, right?
What's the homework?
Oh, it's the checkpoint problems 1 through 20.
I'm done.
16.
you get that on film?
Yeah, it's on there right now. It's still filming.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is.
No, it's not.
The film thing's not on there.
Thing's not on.
It's filming right now.
It's not the camera here.
The camera thing. What are you talking
Oh,
about?
never mind. Yes, it is.
That camera's always up there. No,
This is
stop.
filming.
Hey.
Hello.
Yeah, those numbers are on the bottom corner. It's filming.
Isn't there supposed to be a camera?
I'm on YouTube.
You have to show your whole face, not just your eyeball.
I know, I was trying to get my eyeball. Did you guys see my eyeball? Yeah. Yeah, I got the eyeball.
Do it again. No.
No.
Just pull it out and show your whole face.
Yep.
But then you're upside down. So if you go like that, it's like everything upside down.
Then you're upside down.
I'm
Then
upside
you
down.
divide both the numerator and denominator by that number. And then
Wait,
you
see? What do you do when you have the figure out?
Now you divide both the numerator and
No.
denominator by that number.
No.
Yep, because that's the greatest.
Dude.
It's like what I want. You can't have
Right,
it.
prime.
Pencils. Since I was told to. Since we first started school. Yeah.
Okay, just get this printed off. Like, I think we need to make like a lot of copies of this
No, you're
and put it all around like your neighborhood or something.
Five and
It
five,
says
right?
1 5 Savannah Haney. Order one. Oh, God.
Well, that's Zoe. Zoe. The other Zoe.
I know.
She's probably gonna say no to me. Oh wait, what Zoe are we talking about? That Zoe or the other Zoe?
All the similar.
That Zoe.
That's so we would see.
Now you would multiply the five times
No,
five,
that
and
Zoe. Okay, that Zoe would say what
so
I
now
said.
25 is the
Behind
greatest
that
common
rock.
factor.
I know that Zoe
So
would
then you
say what I
divide both
said.
25 and
Both
55.
Tony would say what you said.
No, Ron is my friend. She's not my friend, Dad.
This is what those feel like party things.
No, it's a
25
bracelet.
divided by 25.
It's a bracelet.
Oh, you mean 150 divided by 25.
You're
So here, it's asking you guys to
Oh, it's like, this is a ring.
Okay, Callie. What? Okay, what do you want me to talk for you?
Let me see if it.
I'm not ordering. I'm your manager. Your manager.
So,
Your
to find out if it's in the simplest form,
your coordinator.
Hey
you
guys,
look and see if both the numerator and denominator can be divided by.
bracelet.
And can you divide these both by
My
a
bracelet.
different
And
number?
then he's wearing it.
Evan! It fits, guys, it fits.
Oh, here you go.
Is there a common factor between
And
the
it
stuff?
fits.
There's
There's 20
So it's
wrong.
not in the simplest form, right? Already told you that.
She's 4 years old.
You have up until now. So, since you can divide
But I
both
don't
by 5,
get
it's not
number
its simplest form,
36.
right?
Oh,
So now
you
you have
didn't
to
give
find
him
it.
a good sense of
Because if you
making
look at top 8s, can you divide both these by the same
Why
number?
didn't you copy it? She said to do it
No,
by
so this
herself.
would be simplest form.
Okay. Evan's baby.
Right?
So do each like this one.
Yeah. So you find the greatest common factor between 25
I'm
and
copying. What? Okay.
How you doing, Callie?
Eat. He's answering her wrong.
I did. I had to practice how to like chat.
You know what's great is that since I'm here, I can always help you.
What?
That way you don't have to go
Okay.
home confused.
Done. Equal, my brain cells are tired.
Equals, I have no brain.
Exactly.
Oh. Alright guys,
Equals, I
it is 1:20.
Equals, I kill you.
Going with that
Give me
one.
my pen. Give me my pen.
Who's
Okay.
gonna do this?
Civilized human being.
I am not a civilized human being. I'm a genius.
Why did you give her back her pen then?
Because you would have kicked me.
Yeah, she probably would have.
So wrong.
Right, because
Evan, this time don't trick me with your backpack.
I will get a list every time.
now, what is shared between both of these?
I'm gonna copy this. I'm gonna hang on this.
now, in order to find the simplest form, is you take
Wait, is today the
25,
today you that today you
150, and you divide both sides,
and put an LP in it and then
and that would give you your greatest common or your simplest form.
that's you, Daniel.
6. Does that make sense?
Did I use this?
Okay, so that would be the simplest form. That's the broken down in the simplest way it can be written.
Okay. This one someone said we should turn it into Mr. Beach.
No, hey, Nathan, knock it off. Do not.
Is today quiz?
Yes, today you guys have a